everyone! Before we get into today's audio, I want to remind you all to like and subscribe. It really helps me push me on the algorithm and it motivates me to keep going. If you'd like to support me in other ways, I intend to open a channel membership sometime in August, but until then, and even after then if you'd like, you can subscribe to my Twitch. I recently hit partner and I want to continue to grow, so if you like my voice, even just by itself, consider swinging by. Anyway, enjoy the audio.
Ah, hi. It is so nice to see you again. It's been what, maybe 2 years? At least since we've formally met like this. I know we've run into each other a few times at coffee shops, but last time we had a meeting was 2 years ago when we had discussed the idea of joining together to get that firm off our backs. I'm glad that that ended up working, but I always wish that there could be more done with our companies working together, but as you can see, it seems as if that will no longer be the case. Please take a seat. Would you like a drink? I have a coffee machine in my office. I ran out of the decaf pods, however. Would you like water? I could brew some tea. I have a tea kettle in here, and one of those like portable stove things that people bring usually when they go camping. Just water, are you sure? You might be here a while. Yeah, okay. Do you want a snack, maybe? I keep my office stacked with snacks in case of, meetings like this. Alright, just water then. Here you go. Alright. So, I suppose that a meeting like this is never exactly happy, but how are you holding up? I know losing a business you've spent your entire life building in pretty much over a night is incredibly upsetting. I watched that happen to my father before my mother took the reins of what I have now. She managed to save what my father messed up. But I think in your case there was no saving to be done. It just seemed that everything disappeared. Out of curiosity, how did that even happen? Did you file some paperwork wrong? Talk to the wrong person? Ah, so the investors didn't like what you were doing with the company and they got rid of you? But then what? Get rid of the whole company? Did they have nobody to fill your shoes? They said a different company would do it better than yours? Well, that's unfortunate. Honestly, some investors don't fully understand what a company can give. That's why so many end up dying every year. Your company always stood out from mine in the way that you conducted your business. You took a significantly more warm and friendly approach. I don't think that my company ever has. Perhaps when my father controlled what happened here, but not since my mother took over, and certainly not when I did. I very much took a note out of how my mother ran things. It put food on our table, it had us a nice home, and I had no room to complain. I suppose the only thing I could complain about is how she treated my father, but it's not exactly he treated her amazing either. It's kind of a weird situation. But I am truly sorry. I know that this was your dream, to run a company like this. You spent 15 years building it up. You were still a child when you started. Your story, to me, has always been one of inspiration. You had nothing. I was handed everything. It is inspiring to see you still standing, despite losing everything that you have built. It was inspiring to see you build it. You're just an inspiring person in general. It is why I think that I end up thinking about you more than I'd like to admit. The way you carry yourself has always been very intriguing to me. You don't speak like any other normal CEO, any normal person with power. Seems like sometimes you forget that you even have it. Perhaps in favor of that friendlier environment that I spoke about earlier. Sometimes flaunting your power can be a sign of intimidation, but from my point of view, sometimes that intimidation is necessary. There are many things that you did not deem as necessary, and I genuinely believe that is why your company failed. Not to be mean or anything, of course. You just handle things differently, and the fact that you handled things differently is why you're here. I honestly wish I could study it. But I suppose that's enough conversations about how you failed and all of that. Honestly, I think that going forward, you should start thinking with a more head on your shoulders mindset. Anyway, your company, as I'm sure you know, was bought out by me and my associates. Frankly, not even my associates. 99% of those funds came directly from my own personal savings. When I heard that your business was imploding, I just simply needed to get my hands on it. For multiple reasons. Not only would it be good PR, my company saving your company from completely dying, but I would gain some new allies. Some new friends. Do you want to know how much your company is worth to purchase? It may be a shocker. Are you sure? All right. I spent maybe around $200,000 to fully purchase your organization, your company, and pretty much all of your assets, including staff. Everyone that works for you now works for me. But I will be upfront with you. I don't intend to save these people's jobs, for many reasons. The only person's job I intend to save is yours, but it'll serve a different purpose. You'll serve a different purpose here. Obviously, you're no longer the CEO. That's my job. I like pulling the strings and telling people where to go. I've always been very good at that. Your job will be as mine. The look of pure confusion on your face. By mine, I mean quite literally mine. I purchased the company, all of its assets. And with that, I purchased you. Here's something I don't know if you know, but when you were a child and you had started your company, you basically became the face of your own company. You didn't have a goofy mascot character or somebody else to fill those shoes. Think Jake from State Farm. No silly advertisements or anything else. All the advertisements you recorded starred you because you were the mascot of your company. Acquiring your company means I acquire its mascot, which is you. And I know you're not playing a character. I've spoken to you before. I'm speaking to you now. The way you present yourself in all of your advertisements and to the public is very much you. You don't put on a face. There's no mask there. You're just you. And that's why the purchase of the company was so enticing to me. You've always been incredibly intriguing as a person. I mean, earlier I literally said I would like to study you. So, pardon me, if I must say, but you are simply mine. There's no way out of it. You're now my property. How will this look to the public? Oh, silly, it'll just look like we're, I don't know, something better than just partners. Partners in business, of course. I want to be partners in other ways. I want to be partners in all that we do. And you're mine. If you put up a fight, I'll just punish you. That's all that it is. So, do me a favor and make this a easy process for the both of us. Well, I suppose it does extend beyond just how you run things. I've kept my tabs on you for quite a long time, even before we even ever formally met. I've always wanted you to be mine. I just didn't know how to go about it. And then the perfect thing, the perfect reason for you to become mine fell into my lap. And how could I refuse the world giving me a sign? You do know that's what this is, right? A sign? A sign that you belong to me? A sign that nobody else can have you? But don't worry. Being mine comes with the perks of, as you know, still being the face of something. And I'll, of course, take very good care of you. I take care of the things that are mine, after all. I think it's proof enough considering that my company isn't the one that failed. And maybe I am a mama's girl. Maybe I did end up having to make my mother quite ill to acquire the company earlier than I was supposed to. But I have run it better than my mother ever has, and significantly better than anything my father did. Yes, she steered the company from the pits of hell to limbo. But I have just been going up, 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 and up with everything that I do for this company. And I want you to be one of those things. Having you by my side will make me feel like I am in heaven. And you'll feel it too. I know you were a very kind and fair CEO. I know that your paycheck was significantly smaller. than it probably should have been for the amount of work you were doing. And that's because you care. You gave people everything you could. And now it's my turn to give you everything I can. Within reason, of course. Can't have you running away now, can I? I will reiterate, if you misbehave during any of this process, you will be punished and dealt with. Not by my people, but by myself personally. You see that door over there? That leads to a soundproof room. I will place you in there if you cannot behave. Nobody will hear you scream, cry, or beg for help or mercy. Nothing you do here will save you from this. So welcome to your new life. I hope you find it suitable. Now then, what should we do first?